What a look into the human mind this week we have as I just kind of melt down. I don't know. We get into everything as much as we can. We talk about life. We talk about family, genealogy, and we enjoy the time that we get to spend with our friends here. Because at the end of the day, we're glad you're listening. But what a lovely time to get to chat and open the floor with a close friend and talk about life. What a place, what a time. Dogs, kiss a dog today and maybe get a cat if you're up for it. That's all I got to say. weekendateffys.com. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Listen to every word. Don't listen to anything I say as real fact, though. Okay, thanks. Peter, it's December.
It is.
Can you tell?
Yeah, it's
I
cold.
can immediately tell it's December.
It wasn't cold like this last December, was it?
I think it was.
Was it?
I don't know. Time is a fickle thing. I will say the additional bathroom that was added to my part of the house that is in my room does not get any heat and remains frozen. So when I have to get up to go to the bathroom in the night, it's a very cold little trip to make out of the blankets with Bebop. And he's in his shark costume, and Shark Bob does not like to be cold. He's a warm-blooded shark, and he wants to be held and lay between my legs under the covers, mini covers, like a cave. How are you? Is that is that where we're both at? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not having a fun day. I even discussed the casual nature of our conversations here.
It was in the 50s last year.
Oh. Okay. When was it cold?
It was a low of
Shark.
So it was 27 in the morning, and then it was 50 in the afternoon.
I don't know. It feels colder than that in the afternoon.
It feels much colder than that because walks have not been fun.
Look at this shark.
Oh my goodness! Oh. Look at him.
I love you, shark. You want to say anything to the people, shark? This is my shark. You want to wear the little shark hat?
Oh, Lucy, do you want to pop up here? You want to show your sweater off your polar bears?
Oh, show your sweater, baby. This is sweater time, winter wonderland. He's letting me keep the shark hood on him right now. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, come all ye faithful, joyful and triumphant. Oh, come ye to Bethlehem. Bebop is here in my lap. I'm happy again. I think we have to remember how much joy these little babies bring and how unjudgmental they are. And you know what? I'm going to be more like Bebop, and I'm going to not be judgmental anymore. And I realize sometimes, I say things with impassionment, and, sometimes I don't understand that can really hurt. It can hurt people's feelings, and it may come off as silly, but I don't know these people. And, there's certain things we should speak out loud about. And then maybe I should just stay in my lane from now on. Me and Bebop, we're staying in our lane. I've had enough. It's not a truce. You win. I'm a loser. I love my dog. And thank you to listening to the long form of the podcast. And also, it doesn't matter because it's all just going to be 30-second grab clips. And it's fine. But I've realized it. And we have to spark positivity now more than ever. And I know you're going, oh, he's being a hypocrite. He was just running his mouth. Well, guess what? I'm a Gemini. So, darling, it's split. And right now, we are going to be kind. We are going to support others. And we are not going to have a competitive spirit. And we're going to do our best. Right, Bebop? Right? Oh, I thought he wanted to say something. He didn't say anything. We're going to do our best. And I want to raise my son to be respectful. And, I haven't done a great job of that so far. So I hope that this is a little change in things, and that we can, I found my peace, and I'm moving forward in a whole new direction. And I just want to spread a little joy, spread a little cheer, and hold my little shark baby. He's shark baby, shark baby. If you don't call him Shark Bob in this, he does not answer. He knows he is a shark. He knows he has transformed. And you have to call him Shark Bob. Right, Shark? Or are you Bebop? Are you Shark Bob? Or are you Bebop? He's very much so just leaning in, and I don't know how long I can hold him. He's fully just laid in. This is the laziest little pup. I'm going to be sweet for Bebop. And if people have mean-spirited things to say about me, that's fine. And I don't need to respond. I need to just, be grateful for the life we have and just keep pushing to do the best job I can do. Right, Peter?
Yeah.
Okay. And then real quick, I know we did this on the mini-sode. I know you didn't enjoy it. Can you tell me shut the fuck up?
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you so much. I will. And I'm honestly excited. We're talking here today. The Christmas season's moving towards this. And you know what? I think when this time of year comes, we're looking at the end of a year. We're looking at maybe we accomplished, maybe we didn't. Is the shark over there digging in the couch?
Yes.
He's trying to dig?
Yeah.
Shark Bob. And I often tell people, I'll do cameo messages, don't focus on your birthday on the things you didn't accomplish. Focus on what you did accomplish. And I got to be honest, Peter, I've had a very difficult year professionally. I think we've made a lot of positive changes, but it's been, a lot of growing up and figuring things out and, choosing the path that works for us the best way possible. But I got to be real with you. If I'm thinking of over the course of the year, let's be honest, I haven't had much fun in my time here this year. And that isn't a sound for alarm, but I think we have to just be honest. I don't have a lot of the same friendships I ended with at the end of last year. I have a lot of new injuries. I have a lot of new head trauma. I have, a larger body of work that is, as I get older, beginning to show signs of wear on my body. I'm finding, these fun immaturities that benefit me in a lot of ways. Sometimes they're just exhausting, and I have to look into 2025 and recognize the things that I didn't enjoy, and then choose to try to omit those from the future plans to the best of our ability. But sometimes you can't predict what's going to happen. And, I think about the end of 2023, we talked about, and you may remember this, we talked sort of about, 2024 is a year to sort of take in and see what you have built and see what your legacy has created thus far and sort of at least get a better overview of self through the struggles. And what I found is that's entirely correct. But looking at the overview, I have created a culture of jealousy. I've created a culture of shade. I've created a culture of people doing whatever they have to do to win. And I have to kind of own with that and decide, do I let all of this make me bitter little bacon, or do I water off a duck's back, jinx monsoon, and move forward and go, you know what? People are going to turn against you. People are going to be wishy-washy on you. People will be in your corner some days and not others. And sometimes you won't be in your own corner, but we're going to make every decision, like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said in Red One, every decision we make is to be naughty or nice. And we're going to try to start making those decisions to be nice. And we're going to have a nice 2025. And I think it's a year of fully committing to being a pirate, but we're going to be pirates for good, much like the Muppets and not like Jack Sparrow. He did a lot of crime, and we don't support that. How's that sound?
Yeah.
God, I love that little shark. Look at this girl right here. Lucy is laying upside down in her chair, all the feet in the air, just flops. She has this little half circle moon chair that I'll sit in it sometimes just to see how she'll react. And this is her chair. And she likes to get in it in such a way where she slides in and then sort of just melts like a little cinnamon pudding roll. And she is fully upside down, limbs everywhere, head to the side, as relaxed as possible. I read this thing about, dogs. This is how a dog shows you they're comfortable with you, that they love you, they feel safe. But when a cat feels comfortable, they're more mischievous. And so when your cat is fucking with stuff in your house, it's because you've given them too much love. And now they want to let out that level of comfort and just go well, I'm allowed to be curious. I'm a cat and everything's fine here. You give me food. I stay here. And what if I knock this off the counter? What are you going to do? You still going to give me food? Hilarious. Okay, I'm doing it again. But that sign of you're actually taking very good care of your cat if it's causing a little bit of mischief and mayhem, versus the dog where This dog is quite taken care of. They get they get in their little emotional tiffs, and they both have moody moments. But this level of comfort is not the same result, allegedly, if you get a cat and treat it as it's supposed to be treated, which I can believe. We're looking at a whole set of millennial generations between evolutionary periods. Dogs have been in the yard for a while, and the cats we're still figuring out. What's your favorite kind of cat? All cats?
The ones without hair.
I like those. They do get wrinkly, real wrinkly babies.
Yeah, it's cute.
I would want to get like a baby Bjorn for my little hairless cat. I like bebop cat, and they have big paws, very furry, not too big, will kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Very cool. Very nice, very cool. They will kill you. Yeah, but cats are fascinating. I don't know if I could do a cat right now, but it's probably just because I have the dog. A cat may actually be better suited to my lifestyle. Should I take Bebop to Florida Friday? I'm really thinking about it.
This is a chaos week.
Right. That's why I'm sort of... Ugh.
Like, I've had my eye on this one for a bit.
Oh, you have? Well, I'm feeling it, and I'm glad you didn't fill me in, because I would have been...
And like I'm waiting on stuff to happen right now.
Yeah.
But everything is just indicating is that it doesn't happen till like this weekend.
It's
I don't
the
like
climb.
being patient.
Yeah, patience is like, it's ass. I'm tired of patience. It's, why do I have to wait? Last night was just eye-opening because I just like constantly forget how long I've been fucking wrestling. I mean, I was watching matches from 7-8 years ago and going, oh my God, I still do some of those things. Or like, when did I ever do that thing? Or, when was I was throwing around power bombs for a while, just kind of out of nowhere. I watched a match where I just like caught a guy in the corner and just power bombed him in the middle of the ring. I was like, boy. And just seeing my body has drastically just been every size, every weight, every muscle, every knot, like incredibly fascinating to see how much of my adult life I have physically changed as a human being, but also have been putting on the same costume to go into work, which is a fascinating and interesting and chosen costume. Don't get it twisted. But watching my human body change over time, really fascinating stuff. One day I will be 100 years old. Okay. And in that time, when I look back, I'm pretty pumped at how cool I was and how cool I looked. But in the later years, I might just get can you grow peas on a farm?
I don't know how you grow peas.
I think you grow them in peas in a pod, but I think I'd like to have some sort of pea farm. Not like that, guys. Don't be gross. Like different kinds of beans and peas and lentils, maybe. I don't know how lentils are grown. But maybe after 2 years of doing that, I would be freaking out anyway. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know what it means. But here we are. It's the end of 2024. I feel like I blinked in 2019 and now we're here. Right? Like there's a lot of lore in between, but I don't necessarily have a grip on all of it yet. And I think it will take years of hypnotism for me to truly unleash and understand what my real path was all along, right? You can't have an outside perspective of yourself, and one day I will, but I'll be 100. How old do you want to live to be?
Not 100.
Like 300?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you want less?
Yeah.
Whoa. All right. So okay. You don't think we're going to get like cool? I mean, you're playing Cyberpunk right now. You don't think we're going to get cool?
I don't want
I cannot wait for my wrist or thumb to be my method of tap to pay. I can't wait. Go to the movies. They scan my little wrist. I already know my seat. If I forget, glow it through my skin. H5. Like, whoa. Oh my gosh. I'm fully committed. For someone who dislikes the concept of Elon Musk, I'm pretty ready for the brain chip, and I think it's going to kill me. Maybe that's how I don't live to be 100 is I try to get a brain chip too early. Like, I don't think you want to be on the beta testers of brain chip. Mm-mm. I think you want like a 30-year run of brain chip, and then you want to buy the hacked brain chip with the emulator. So I already have all the GameCube games loaded into my brain chip. Yeah. I'm sorry, Peter. My brain is fucking cooked today. And what a pleasant way to spend it with you. And I just I think it's good for people to just hear kind of, I woke up into abject confusion again. Like it's my own fault. I how, here's what's let me step out of the matrix for a second, right? We're in our cute little rental home in Atlanta with our little dogs and chairs. And we have a PS5 that we do a great job co-parenting. And we have HBO Max and some cameras. Why the fuck am I able to affect global business from this fucking chair? It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But the stupider it is, the realer it is. And it's overwhelming in a sense that I have to now, if I want for my own sake to be living in a level of comfort. I'm shaking the whole table.
Yeah.
Now. For me to be living in a level of comfort and not have to wake up into just dissent. Do you know how many times using the letter 4 at symbols and G's and T's and the F key that I've been slurred at this week for no reason? Just because that's the comfort level. These are fake people. These aren't even real this is, if I want a semblance of peace in my life, I have to recognize that basic conversations I have with you. This is a real dumb realization as I'm looking at cameras and I'm with you on the microphone, that I have to decide what's worth it, to go out. And I don't want you to have to censor yourself. I don't want you pulling clips, having to worry. It's my words. I said it. It's already on the podcast. But I'm also sitting here going how much stress do I need in the next week besides all the shit I have to do on top of my regular life, And you go well, just shut the fuck up. Let's just retell the peanuts. Let's talk about Hot Frosty for 30 minutes. Let's talk about the dichotomies of Hot Frosty. And then I'm going, anything we talk about, it's the same thing where the writer of Hot Frosty is I can't believe all these think pieces are roasting me because they think Hot Frosty's weird and disgusting and non-consensual because the snowman can't think for himself. He's doing the same thing. And I'm just going, yeah, I guess we'll just talk about Hot Frosty. It's less worry for me. I don't think anybody's emotionally invested in any of this shit. They like a little drama. They like a little movement. And I'm deciding that I'm over it. I'm over it. It's my fault. Here I am. But I'm shutting the fuck up. And you know what we're going to talk about today? The Grinch remake version with Benedict Cumberbatch. Actually really good. Okay, Illumination. They brought us all 4 Despicable Me films. Both Minions films. Such classics as The Lorax. Do you remember when Danny DeVito played the Lorax? He speaks for the trees. I think we got to give them their flowers. Illumination, not like DreamWorks, they were created out of the spirit of innovation and of creativity. And so you have them putting out these magical films. Yes, DreamWorks was created out of spite towards Pixar. Yes, Pixar was created out of spite towards God because toys shouldn't talk. But the bigger picture is Illumination continues to be capturing our hearts and minds. You can't escape the Minions. You go out in public to any store. You know what you're going to see in every store? A fucking Minion. Okay? So just understand DreamWorks. You can bring Shrek back and we're going to love it. But I'm going to still go see Minions 3 the day it drops. 4DX, baby. I want the X screen with the extra sidebars. Okay? I want it all. That's what I want. So yeah, this is now officially a Minions podcast. Take us out of the wrestling category. I just saw a Blue Sky from one Veda Scott, where one theater is offering a $35 popcorn piñata of Kevin the Minion, which features the amount of popcorn equivalent to 11 buckets of popcorn. It's only $35, and you can take the Kevin piñata home with you. That, to me, should be the number one news story of the day. That, to me, is what people really need. We need a little fluff. We need a little softball, and we don't need to talk about anything that's going to get us talked about. And one of those things is that's so much popcorn, and it does seem like the grease would get on Kevin, but how cool to bring home that larger than life-size Mega Minion version of Kevin, and you got popcorn to last you a whole month. Don't you just love the cinema popcorn buckets? Let's do a new segment on that. We haven't even done questions. Like, what are we doing here? This podcast is now devolving into just like me mentally unraveling right here. I'm supposed to be promoting this fucking show in January at Hammerstein. I'm supposed to be talking about how I got to fight fucking Alley Catch to get a shot at the title. I got to fight Mance Warner if I want to win the title. I got to do all these things. And everybody's just going like, wah, wah, you little whiny bitch. And it's very difficult to stay on topic. So yeah, it's easier just if we just talk about popcorn buckets. Here, I got a question today. What's your favorite popcorn bucket released this year?
Probably the Dune one.
Dune one rules.
Yeah.
What about that Romulus though? Pretty sick.
It was pretty sick. I just wish I liked popcorn.
Yeah, I love popcorn.
Like
but I never choose popcorn.
There's that Super Yaki shirt that has the Tom Cruise, I love popcorn, I love movies, I love popcorn.
Yeah, because he couldn't do any actual promoting of anything other than the concept of
and
viewing a movie.
I won it because I love Tom Cruise, but I don't love popcorn. So
You're going to give the wrong impression publicly?
Yeah. There's also a starring Rizzo as himself in the Muppet Christmas Carol font, and I do kind of want that one, but
he is one of the only Muppets to appear not in an act. Like he is Rizzo, exclusively Rizzo. Mm-hmm. What's the chicken's name?
Petunia.
That's not misogynistic, is it? That they just have a chicken
He's
running
fucking
around with
that
them
chicken.
Yeah, but they don't let her talk, and she's like she's forced to go with them everywhere. It just seems really like. Am I getting? No, I don't want.
Let's
the
not
Muppets
get to
don't
Muppet
need any more
class
controversy
issues.
this week because they've had enough controversy, and we can't get into the Muppets. If you're running Muppets accounts, please try your best not to be a pervert.
Bobby met a chicken.
Yeah, Bobby's scared of the chickens. We lived previously at that house that had chickens next door, and I guess on this walk he had run into the chickens, or the chicken came towards him. He did not like that. He did not like that he was put in the battleground of chickendom. He did not like that the chicken was taller than him. I think that's where it really stems, is like he can't handle the fact that there's a chicken that is taller than he is. This girl is looking just puddled up in this chair. I know I keep bringing it up, and there's no good visual on it right now, but wow, what an angel. Give it up for Lucifer. This is a Lucifer celebration podcast. It's changed to being a lot of things. Let's do we have any questions, Peter? Is there a demand to know more from me that people can write think pieces about?
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to kill any mood here. But we're honest. It's an honest conversation.
Yeah.
It's too honest.
Okay, this is from Julie. Will the dogs be taking photos with Santa?
I gotta get a Santa costume. Mm-hmm. That seems like it seems like we should do a Santa photo shoot with the dogs.
Probably.
Where do I get a Santa costume? This is 2 red 1 Santa. I want to be honest. This could work. This is 2 red 1 Santa. He has a real sick leather Santa power suit. And he does a lot of like click gadgets. And he can do flips. That's also J.K. Simmons. Did you know he was filming Red 1 and Juror number 2 at the same time? He had the Santa costume on under his cop retired regular dad outfit. And he would just have to jump set to set. And he would mix up lines in the script sometimes. So they'd be like, what do you say, Juror? And he'd be like, Merry Christmas. And they'd be like, no, dude, this isn't Red 1 with Dwayne Johnson. That's Nicholas Hoult. He says, that's the Beast from X-Men. And he's like, kind of right. So nobody corrects him.
Okay, Santa photo shoot.
We're doing it. I'll get a Santa costume.
Okay, this is from Anthony. Dear Effy and Petár, what are some video games that you play in your downtime, and what are some of your comfort movies? So my comfort, I need a new comfort movie. I can't watch Gone Girl.
It's never comforted me, and I love you, but it's never been a comfort to watch any of Gone Girl. I'm stressed out the whole time. Ben Affleck is so sad. She's just very much doing some things. Everybody fucks on everybody. Everybody fucks even harder on everybody. And then all of it is so fucked up with the ending that it's just like disgusting. And it doesn't comfort me. You know what? The Muppets comfort me. When you put the Muppets on, I was very excited. Really lifted my spirits. I think that's like...
See, I was watching the Muppets last night and going, fuck, I need a job.
Oh, is this it?
Kermit,
is this it for
I
us?
get it.
Is this the last episode and we both have to just
it.
go back into the corporate world? He's trying to sell that play. It's hard. It's hard out there to be an artist.
Sell that play.
You got to sell that play. And you know what? Right now the play is not, it's not selling. And I feel like Kermit. We are playing a lot of video games these days, it seems. You've been playing Alan Wake, which I've watched you play, and you also are playing the Resident Evil remake, which I watched you play. Both games I enjoy watching people play. Would not ever pick them up. I don't like being scared.
Yeah.
I don't like darkness.
Yeah.
I don't like creatures. I don't like rebirth. I don't like darker creatures stemming from the dead. I don't like when they get you. I don't like the fire. It is all scary to me. I will watch from the side. I do not need to be in control of this vessel in this universe. It seems very scary. But I will watch you die over and over and over again. And just be as freaked out as if I would just stop holding the controller, though. Like the second time I got scared, I'm out. I tried it on Twitch one time. And
both of those games fully check the box that I really need from video games, which is like almost complete immersion into whatever the thing is. Just like that absolute, it's there's like an outline of like the different kinds of relaxation that human beings, there's like 4 different kinds of relaxation, and fantasy is one of them, and really good video games tend to fulfill that in rather large shape.
I think one of them should be screaming.
Screaming? Yeah.
Have you ever just screamed?
Yeah.
It's so good for you.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do a little screaming this weekend. I think it's good. And it helps you just, sometimes that battery meter's up. And sometimes I scream. I like watching scary stuff make me scream, make me squirm, make me squeeze my hands. So it's good. And I applaud you for taking up the courageous video games that scare the shit out of me. I played Red Dead Redemption for a long time. Beat it. Not playing the epilogue. Don't care. Replaying GTA 5 just because I want GTA 6. And it's fun because I'll do the missions. I've done the missions. I'm not surprised by the missions anymore. But then I can just kind of side quest and go around and be a piece of shit. And I just need that for a few hours sometimes to sort of just exist in this weird world. It's the fantasy again.
Yeah.
So we're going to play fantasy, scream. I'm guessing naps is a form of rest. And then it's like, what would be another?
Gooning.
Physical exhaustion. Gooning. Yeah, we're adding more to this. Gooning, which falls under physical exhaustion. Rep your goon squad proudly and live your life. We're learning about rest today. Today's episode is rest. I watched the Mr. Rogers where he had Margaret Hamilton, who's the Wicked Witch, come and show everyone how not scary it was that she was a witch. I was still scared. So Wicked, it is still showing in 40X Dolby Supreme Cinema. So
We have one more question.
I hope you're happy.
What is it called when you murder chickpeas?
What?
Homicide. Thank you.
Oh, that's great. I needed it. Thank you. I needed a light laugh. I needed a little giggle. Is there something wrong with needing a little giggle?
No.
I've had one of those weeks that's just like a reflective, what is your life week? And I think for a lot of us, that comes around to Thanksgiving time. And, two things that stood out to me that were very funny were stories and situations when I went to visit my father and uncle and aunt on Thanksgiving, and I was preluding to going to WrestleCade. Sorry to the people who thought I was going to be there. Things got messy. I'm not getting into it. It's nothing to do with the other things. It was fire marshal. It doesn't matter. So I went and just still hung out with him and was like, I'll just hang out and come back Friday. It worked out. 2 stories where I went, oh, you are your genes. One was about my father, and they said, listen, Billy will get real fired up about something. He'll have extremely well-read talking points. He will lay it out to you. He will give it to you blunt. And then as soon as he says it and presents it, whether he's right or whatever he is, he doesn't care anymore. And I went, huh. You mean he's just impassionately saying things that are very opinionated based on observable research, not really worried about whose feelings he may hurt in the meantime. And then once he says them, he doesn't care, and it's worse when he has to deal with the fact that he made such a big scene of it. Yes. Turns out I am my father's child. And then my uncle, this one a little more comical, he has played racquetball his whole life. He's been a very athletic guy, played football, went to the Citadel, did a lot of military work. She's so cute.
She's just
not my
farting
uncle,
in her
the dog.
sleep right now.
She's farting?
Yeah.
My little fart girl. Perfect. I mean, she's very comfortable like a dog. He had his knees replaced both 8 and 9 years ago. Both of his knees were replaced. I think he may have a hip replacement too. The man is a physical specimen, still tries to work out, still trying to get up, has been off his knee for a month. But what happened was his knee started going bow-legged, and then he started getting this weird growth in the side of his leg, and he couldn't figure it out, and he's going, I think it's fine, and he's just walking on it. Not only had his entire fake knee fully collapsed and pieces of it were down in the side of his leg, he had also cracked his femur down where it meets the knee and was just walking around town and going to work, 70-something years old, vibing it, and finally went to the doctor, and they said, yeah, man, you broke your leg, and your knee exploded, and there's pieces everywhere. And he goes, we'll put it back together. And they go, we have to do a full reconstruction. So a month ago, this is the longest he's ever taken off of work. He had a full reconstructive surgery on his knee. He has been in the bed, but is now up and just walking back around the house, fixing me a plate of Thanksgiving leftovers. Incredible stuff. Him and my dad still run a store that they have run with our family in Mooresville, North Carolina for years and years and years and years. And it is killing him to not be at work. I'm watching him fidgeting on the couch with his fake knees. But to know that he was just walking around with a broken leg and an exploded knee, like my pain tolerance, it starts to make a little more sense. And it's fun to see yourself reflected in these moments. And, you know, everything starts to add together, and not dismissing my mother's side of the family, but I am seeing a lot of the strange behavior from my Gibson side of the family, palading through, you know. We still don't talk about great grandpa, but I did find one of his boat trophies on an estate sale site, and I'm thinking about picking up the boat trophy. I think it would be very cool to have a Carl Weidenhouse great grandpa boat trophy before he exploded in 1961, right before my father was born, thus leading to a lot of anxiety that is passed through the generations. What a life, what a legacy. It's good to learn these things, and you know, I think you learn them at the right time about your family, and you start to get to put it together at the right time, and you go, yeah, this isn't out of left field. It's not as out of left field as people think, looking at what got me here. And I just gotta contend with my bloodline. I have to contend with my bloodline and what it is led me towards doing. Between the fucking planets and the bloodline, I got a lot of crazy going on in here, okay? Okay? I don't know what to say about it. So I did that, and I ended up getting to come home late Friday night. I spent all of Saturday here, which was marvelous. Did we do anything? Did we even, or did I just collapse? I think
you just collapsed.
I think I might have collapsed because I still was going to Chicago for the Sunday show, which, you know, I had quite a lovely little time in Chicago. It was so cold. I got to the Atlanta airport. I stayed over at AJ's house. We were watching West Side Story before. Was that right? Or
I think so.
Maybe not. Maybe that was before I left for Thursday. Maybe that was Wednesday. I don't know. Time is a fucking fickle little baby.
I don't know. There's also been like a couple of nights this week where like just nothing worked, and I just went to bed.
And I think that's beautiful. You know, because it's dark at 6 o'clock, Peter. What are we supposed to do? You tried to take the dogs on a walk, and it was 25 degrees outside. No wonder, you know, they're getting restless in here, and I get it. But also, like, they don't want to be out in that cold either. Now, Bebop will sit out on that porch in the morning in the sun for quite a time. Mm-hmm. And he was about tugging me out of bed this morning because I was just wallowing in my misery, flicking Twitter like an idiot. And he said, come on. And I said, you're right. You're right, kid. We're going to get up and face the day. And as soon as he got outside in that shark costume, he'll just sit in the sun and wait for squirrels. He just wants to sit in the sun with his eyes closed. He'll listen. He'll wait for squirrels. And, you know, why can't our life be a little more like that? The squirrels I got to wait for, they keep biting me. So Maybe I pick a new target. Maybe squirrels are too much. Right? Welcome to Sad Boy Weekend at Effy's. Listen, if you are supporting us on the mini-sode, I think this week's episode that we did before this is very insightful. We get into a lot of film stuff. Your support is very much appreciated. And we had some new signups. So I'm very excited to see new people on board with the Patreon. The catalog of old stuff is there. The old content is there. There's so much good stuff to check into. weekendateffys.com. Check it out. Support us if you want to. Or just keep taking the clips and posting news articles. I don't care. Whatever. You can do what you want with this material. We give it freely to the world. Information begs itself to be free. But supporting private creators is a wonderful way to make sure that information keeps flowing. So thank you to our supporters, and thank you if you're considering it. Merry Christmas. Buy someone a subscription to Weekend at Effy's, right?
Yes.
The magic of the movies revisited. We did get to talk about West Side Story today. We did get to talk about Shrek 3, and we did get to talk about Moana 2. There's a night in the horizon with salmon and it's all I see, and no one knows how far it goes. I really felt Moana in that moment, and she's been searching. She's been searching, she's been trying, and she never gives up her hope. And you know what she finds out in this film? That it's okay to ask for a little help on your boat. You can't conquer the whole ocean yourself, okay? And sometimes you need to return home, and you need to drink of the ancient spirits and be reborn on your mission. So I hope that we can do that. I hope we can be reborn on our mission. Had a great match with John Wayne Murdoch. What a fucking legend. What a cool guy. Had a fun time in Chicago. Found out the challenge with Ali. There's not much more to get into right now. I'm not in the fighting spirit today, and I will admit it to you. And the spirit I'm in today is of trepidation and caution. And I'm not saying anybody should ever have to walk words back or do this or do that. Just know, like, sometimes shut the fuck up. It is exhausting to have to be the center of conversation for something very stupid, and it's my fault. So trust Effy. I'm still a person, but you know, I can handle all this, but it's also fucking annoying. And it's my fault, Peter, that I'm fucking annoyed that I did things. And God, you know, I did a 3-hour interview last night, and the chopped and clipped versions of the bits that are coming out, I look like a real piece of shit. And I don't think if you watched the interview or caught my, you know, tone of voice or caught the casualness of which we were having these conversations, that it would come across that way. But like, I have to know how text reads. I have to know how things pop up. And here, you can print this one. Print this one for the magazines. There's a good one. Effy, what a sorry little bitch. He'll get what's coming to him. Use that one. Print that and put the quote under it. I said it. Effy said it. And I don't feel that way forever. But you know what? Here we are. The consequences of my actions. Are we in the era of fuck around and find out? I can handle the find out. I just don't enjoy it as much. And the fuck around, I don't even think has to be that intense to find out. So here we are. I'm going to choose my fuck arounds more carefully, and I'm hopefully going to find out less. I don't want to know anymore. I found out. I found out everything. I know it all. It's great. You know what knowing everything has gotten me? A lot of people with new jobs who are not going to be putting any funding in my direction. What a genius he is. You know what's fun about being right? Not much. Not much. When can we go see this fucking Daniel Craig sucking dick movie?
Oh,
God.
Let me see.
I just want to see it. I just want to see Daniel Craig pretend to be ugly.
Let me see.
I listen to Luca Guadagnino on Marc Maron. I'm a big Marc Maron fan. I don't care who knows it. And it was so insightful and so beautiful. And what a tragic tale to put to the screen. And what a fascinating person.
Oh, no. What? Ooh. Okay, so hang on. That's not the news I wanted.
Oh, no. Did they get Paddington? Paddington 4
okay,
starring
so
Daniel Craig.
We can go see it right now.
What?
But it doesn't technically come out till next year.
What?
Yeah.
How does that work? Are we special?
They're doing limited right now.
Huh.
It's
and we're
only
limited.
playing at Phipps.
Wow. Do we get a special queer cup?
I don't think so.
I would
I don't
love
think
the
so.
limited edition.
Okay, okay, now this says December 13th wide, so maybe we just have to wait.
Maybe. Or maybe we hop on that train. On that midnight train to Phipps Plaza. It's up in Buckhead. You take the train. And I'm going.
So it's starting tomorrow. Interesting. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know if Madison Yards is going to get it.
It's okay. We may have to make a journey.
Yeah, because it's still like the 4 movies showing with the addition of
I know.
Y2K tomorrow.
So you do want to see Wicked then, one of the 4? I'm never going to convince you to want to see Wicked, but I will say you're wearing pink on a green wall right now. This Christmas tree's in front of me. Like, I just like, it's giving, I feel like Galinda, but be my Elphaba. And now I'll try defying gravity, but I can't hold you down. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. I hope it comes to you on your own, right? Like, I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy too. And
Should I read the book?
no, she becomes a domestic terrorist, Peter. It's not. This is
sounds
dark shit.
awesome.
Okay, it's pretty awesome, but they don't have any of the songs.
Wait. So you're telling me it's less songs, more domestic terrorism?
There's domestic terrorism.
can I
It's
go
sort of the
get this
Wizard of Oz
now?
IRA army kind of thing.
That rules.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just
Is that
wait
why
till-
she's green? Because this is
No,
really
'cause
about
he
the
fucked her
IRA.
with the substance. Because he fucked her mom with the substance. Made her green, made her magic. You know what I mean? You must respect the boundaries. The boundaries must be respected. What do they say?
Remember, you are one.
Remember you are one. The boundary just needs to be respected.
The balance must be respected. Because there is no boundary. You are one. Remember, you are one. What else do we have? Are we...
If people can't tell, like, sorry to give you an episode of fun entertainment where I'm just like drained of my existence, but like, let's be fucking real here and let's be honest and let's, lay it out on the table for people. I don't care. This is a reflective timeline piece of our world right now, what we're dealing with, what we're doing. And, boom. That's what you get sometimes. Welcome to the real world. Welcome to me dealing with things in real time. Welcome to Honest Truth. Welcome to me being exhausted. Welcome to me wanting to ignore all my text messages today. Welcome to me not wanting to get online and do a stream tonight. Welcome to, like, it's just like it compounds and it's exhausting and it's stupid. And once again, I'm not being a whiny baby to anyone except for me. I won't shut the fuck up. Like, think of all the other indie wrestlers who don't say anything. Granted, they may feel all of these things, but there is some benefit to just like shutting up and doing your pose. And I can't be that girl. And I just have to learn to manage it in a way that is tolerable to my own existence. I need to go back to media school. I need to go back and get media training. The new media training is different. You have to go. I regret everything I've ever done. I'm sorry. I want to be the person you want me to be. That's how you win. That's the only way. And you win by just like, you bow and you leave your hand out, leave an offering. I don't know what else to do. What do you do? Check us out on Twitch, TikTok. Check us out on Blue Sky, Twitter. Check us out. Check out the pod. Tell your friends.